I'm just worried about everything.
Yeah.
Okay, how many brand new meditators?
Somewhat.
4.
Attempted meditation.
Okay, all right, good. No, I love it.
Over and again.
So the act of meditation itself is basically just sitting still, quietly, not judging what comes up. There's so many modalities, there's so many ways that you can reach a state of calmness, but I want to debunk a few theories first, right? Like your brain is not going to go blank. It's not possible for any human on the planet. So you can get that out of the way. But how many of you work out, like go to the gym or have ever know that practice, whatever? Okay. So I'd like for you to think of each time a thought comes up and you inhale and come back to your breath, that's 1 rep. Okay, so you do several reps at a gym. You're going to do several reps to bring yourself back into a place of focus. So keep that in mind if you're like, my brain is going everywhere today. Because it's a practice, just like anything else, your brain is a muscle, and it's going to do what it wants for a period of time. And you just kind of have to let that happen, give it space to show itself in however it shows up, and then let it go. So a few things, tools that I use. I have different things work for different people. So if you're a visual person, I have a friend who we actually did a 2-hour meditation yesterday, and he said every time a thought would come up, do you remember, well, you probably definitely don't, younger, if you have the little thing, it was like a camera thing, and it had a slide, and you would, and the next slide would come up. So if the thought comes, right, just let it come, and then imagine changing the picture, right, and we're coming back to that place of kind of like just a calmness. Be the parent of your mind as the child, and you're kind of like, let's move on to the next picture, refocus. Something that works for me is imagining like a whiteboard, right? And the thought comes across the board, and then I just, okay, moving on, and erase it back to my whiteboard. Some people like to visualize the sky, and your thoughts come in as a passing cloud. Clouds never stay, they always drift on. So just, whatever visually will work for you within that space, maybe something else will come up for you. The point is that it's not wrong in any way, right? So with meditation, you can have music, you don't need it. You can have beads, you don't need them. You can have, a mandala, you don't have to do any of those things. It's just really coming into a space where we can center ourselves, reclaim pieces of us that maybe we lost through the week or the years or whatever, or like Chris, if you've had a tumultuous week, can just kind of relax in the space of yourself and know that there's safety there. You're not going to judge what comes up. Oftentimes our ego will go, no, this isn't safe. I feel things, and it's like, okay, but I got you, right? We're safe in this space right here. Everybody's experiencing the same feelings. So does anybody have any questions about meditation before we get started? Okay, the guided practice I'm going to do today is I'm going to be talking through the whole thing. If you feel like it's bringing up anything for you that's uncomfortable and you need to take a break, feel free to go to the bathroom, get some water, do whatever. If your body starts to feel tense or uncomfortable, again, it's optimal to be seated, rooted in an upright position. But if you feel like this is taking me somewhere, I need to lay down for this, then that's fine too. Whatever makes you most comfortable. If you're sitting on the floor and you want to get up in a seat, don't worry, but just do what feels good for you, with the exception of screaming at anybody. I think everything kind of goes. So I'd like to start, and we're going to do what's called a quick body scan. And this is something that you guys can do on your own as you're starting your practice. And you just basically imagine whatever, again, visually comes to mind. For some reason, I think Terminator, where he does that scan back and forth across but you're going to start at the crown of your head, and we're going to scan down. I want you to feel, into your temples, in this region, the back of your head, where your cheekbones are, your jawline, all these parts of our body that are just parts of our body, and we overlook and overthink all the time, right? Come down into your neck. If there's any tension there, it's not bad if it's tight. We're not trying to change anything. We're just breathing space into our bodies, okay? If you feel tightness in a certain area, feel free to loosen it up, right? I woke up this morning and I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to stretch this one out a little bit because my neck was super tight. So if you feel that anywhere, stretch out your legs. I want you to, we mentioned it when we were talking for our IGTV. When was the last time you thought about your pinky toe, right? It is optimal for balance, right? It's almost impossible if you don't have that pinky toe to retrain your muscles to be able to balance on one foot without it. Well, the last time I thought about it was when I probably hit it on the table at home or something, right? Like it's owning every part of your body, encompassing all of that. Again, not judging what comes up, being very kind to yourself. If your brain goes, I don't want to do this, you go, okay, I see you, that's fine, but we're going to stay, right?